one after the other. And so if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, we're looking at Tesla right now. And I use something I call my sunny bands. These are the bands that are following around price here. And the theory is you buy when it goes below the lower outer band and comes back into it. So that's a buy on Tesla back here. And when we have two red candles that drop below the upper inner band and off the upper outer band, we get out. So the buy was from there to there. And now we've got choppy going on, choppy, choppy, and it drops below. I call uh, the preponderance of price, I call attractors. So I've drawn an attractor on this area here where it hits and hits again and hits again. And that's where it was yesterday. And today it's dropped below that. So the next attractor down is at 270 point something. I can't see it. Uh, so I think we're going to drop to this level. And then Tesla is not an investable to me. It's a tradable because it gets some pretty wild swings in it. So I think it's going to drop to this level at 275 and then go back up again. So I will be a buyer of Tesla again when it gets some more correction in. Right now, I'm just watching. Enter the symbols. Yes, moneymentor.com is where I am. GL. Let's look at GL. And that's a nice steady growth. It just is very steady move upward, upward, upward. And now we've got a little correction. And the little correction will probably come down to 114, where we have the lower outer band, and then go back up again. So that's my guess. As Larry Williams says, everybody's guessing. It's 50-50 chance. You're either going to make money or lose money. So I believe in that guessing stuff. We've closed this gap, and I think this was just going to continue on up. The one thing we have going against it is on my DMA histogram, dynamic moving average histogram, we've got red bars, red, 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 and that could signal further down movement, down about like that. So we're going to go just about to the lower outer band before resuming the move up. PLUS, let's look at that one. Oh dear. Well, we're going to draw some attractors here. So let's get the horizontal line out. And right there is where price continues to bump up against. It bumps up over here several times and then it bumps on that at 71, 78. And now we're below that. And we have a purple bar on the histogram. So it looks like it's got further down to go. Let's see, where would it go? Well, it could easily go to this level because we've got another preponderance of price things going on there. And that could bring us on down. Let's see if I can get the arrow and go the other way. Yeah, and that has more prices on that same level. So if the overall market's going to go down, this will follow along and drop to the 55.65 level. So I would not be a buyer of this one at this point. Let's see if I can get the controls back up. David, I can't see the controls. Let's see, get this up. There we go. Now I've got the chat back. All right, let's see what other symbols we have here. Anybody have a symbol? Let's look at Google. I trade the E-mini primarily, but I do trade stocks, and I don't go short, but I do a buy and sell. When I get a buy signal, I buy, and when I get a sell signal, I exit. And it's all off of my sunny bands. And this looks like it's coming down. Sorry about that. Whoever wanted plus. CRNT. And that one's dropped precipitously as well. We've got a gap on that that has to be filled, and the attractor, let's see, a horizontal line on here, and the attractor is going down to the 3.5 level. So I would not be a buyer of this until we get to the 3.5 level. Okay. This one looks pretty strong actually, but it's going to fill this gap, and the gap comes down to here. So it's got a little more room on the downside. It might overflow that as it moves quickly to that level. And we've got one purple bar on the histogram, which tells me it wants to go down farther. And let's draw an attractor right here, because price hits here, hits again here, hits and installs here. So that is at 65, it looks like. And that's the level I would expect next. JP, is that the symbol? No. What is that? IP? JP? I can't read the IP. So we are coming down some more on this. Everything's saying down, but for some strange reason, I have the feeling, it's my bet, that the market overall is going up. So we shall see. But we've got histogram has purple bars again. That says it's going down farther. Here's another attractor at this level. It's where the gap is and where this price stumbles. So it looks like that's going down to 52. MO. And we have a little bit of up movement on this one. Let's put an attractor here. We've got one here up above, one here down below, and we're in that channel. So I do think it's going to go up to 54.70 at this upper level. And so there's a little room in there to work with, not a whole lot. But the histogram, you see it has green bars that are coming up, 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 and about to cross. Yeah, not quite cross, but about to cross the zero line. So that's positive for this stock. It's RTX. If you make it all in caps, I can read it a little better. And I don't know what that one is. RTX? No, RTX. Help us if you type the right thing. And let's see. We are right at the attractor on this one. So it has to break out above 128.40. It has to break this level, and then it will continue on upward. Unless the histogram comes down below the zero line. And at that point, we've got negativity going on. BBAI. Whoa, look at that. AI swings, huh? Well, we've got an attractor right here that goes across and is hit again here and almost hit there. So we could have a retracement back down to that level. That's a pretty steep run up. And now we have two bars, two red candles that are falling below the upper outer band. So the trigger then next is down at the DMA, which is right here. And that's where I think we're going, 6.14. And if you want to do some Fibonacci's, let's see if we can get this out of the way. Hang on one second, Fibonacci's. And we've got the 38.2 line down here right at the DMA at this point. DMA is dynamic moving average. So price is going to likely go back to the 38.2. And it looks like another buying opportunity at that level. See if I can get the chat back up again. My chat's disappeared once more. All right. David, maybe you could call out a symbol or two for me. So I can't find the chat. Oh, here, I know how to get it. There we go. All right. AMC. Well, we have to spread that out because it won't even show on the chart because of that big price extension up there. So this one, histogram is moving up toward the zero line. When we've moved off the lower outer sunny band and we're touching the DMA. Touching that DMA often means that, and purple is on top. On the dynamic moving average, you can see that purple's on top. And that typically means we're not going to go very far in the positive direction, but rather churn around at this DMA. AMC bowling alleys. Bowling alleys are not really very popular anymore among the kids. I think we did Google. Is that ES? Oh, let's do gold. That's a good idea. And GC. Gold is one of my favorite things. I I don't buy the futures contracts. I buy the metal itself. And it looks to me like it's running for 3,000. That's my next stopping point is 3,000 on gold. So as I said, I primarily trade the E-mini, ES we call it. So that's my intraday trading every day. I've been trading for 44 years now, and I love it. I love every minute of it. I dream about trading. I enjoy it so much. And I trade the ES on an intraday chart, typically a 5-minute chart. And then I trade stocks on daily charts. So I analyze these and buy them and hold them for a while. Long term, because I trade a 5-minute chart, long term to me looks like a couple of weeks. So a couple of weeks in this meta, and I do hold meta. Oh, also I really believe that the only reason to trade is to make money. So it's not just to pick the right stock and trade it. I trade 14 stocks, and they're usually high tech and very often, well, high tech, I guess. They're typically high tech stocks. And the goal again is one thing, make money. SOUN, sound from soon. I don't even know what that one is. And it's headed down. You can see the histogram here is really big. And that's because of this flat movement over here. Let's put a Fibonacci on that one. Pick it from back here somewhere up to there. And we are working on the 61.8 line. So it's likely to go down to the 61.8. And counting Elliott waves, we got A, B, C, and that could be over. It could be going to go back up again. So the line in the sand is at the DMA, which is 16.84. So we've got an upper goal of 1684 and a lower goal of 13.19. So that's what I'm looking at on this one. ESH25, that's my favorite one. And we have been just going sideways here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 15 days. Well, that makes sense. The ES has been very difficult to trade with. Every time Trump speaks, it gyrates wildly. And it's been really very difficult. But I'm holding my own. And I think this is going to turn some more sideways. I think we've got this coiling effect going on here where it's just not going to go anywhere fast at all. It hasn't kept up with new highs. See, we had a new high back here, and then it's dropped off from that, and it's continuing to churn. So I'd be very careful trading anything at the moment because of this. ZCH25. ZCH25. Yeah, I don't know that one. It's probably not in my data feed. So let's have another symbol or two. We did look at Google, but we can look again. And it's going down to this attractor, which hits back here and here, tries for it there, and then it's trying for it again. That level is at 181 and change. So I think Google's going to come down a little farther. Oh, well, I was going to tell you the stocks I trade are the ones I use. I use Google every day, all day long. So I trade Google. I'm very fond of Tesla from a trading standpoint, although I don't own a Tesla as yet. Um, what else do I trade? I trade NVIDIA. I believe in that one. And I've been trading as of late some Netflix. I do use Netflix as well. So I think you should, I think, I believe you should trade the things you know. So if you know a particular stock and it is doing well in your book because of the way you use it, then trade it. What type of bands? These are sunny bands. They're created on my dynamic moving average, which is an unusual average. I found out early in my trading career that whipsaw kills you. So you can have a nice long trend and then you get into a whipsaw period and you lose all the money you made in the trend. So I created a moving average called my dynamic moving average, and that's because it is dynamic. It calculates its own lengths instead of a simple moving average with the fast length at 9 and the slow length at 18. This calculates the 9 and 18 all by itself, and it's built on calculus. I am a mathematician, so I speak calculus. But the bands then are 1.2 and 2.0 average true ranges away from the dynamic moving average. So it's also calculating the links for the ATRs. So it's dynamic. It calculates its own lengths and it has bands around it. LUM. And if you want to, if you have TradeStation, Multicharts, Metastock, or NinjaTrader, I'll be happy to send you a free 7-day trial of my indicators, and you can see how they work for you. And I also do a Zoom call during your free trial so that I can show you how I use them. Okay, this is Lumen, and it's got a nice, steady, regular downslope to it. Let's put a horizontal line on it right here, and it looks like it's going down to that level, which is at a little over 3. The high potential is up at this level. I don't think that we're going to see that anytime soon. Everything about it says down to me. Wells Fargo. Let's get the pointer back. WFC. And it's right at an attractor here. Look at this. We draw on this eye right there. That's where we are. So it's trying to see if it's playing with this attractor to see if it should go up or down more. What do I think? I think trying to get a trend line here. There we go. So it looks to me like this is the next level of attraction. which is down here at 74.87. So I think that's going to, I don't know what type of news will make that happen, whether it's earnings or run on the bank or Trump says something else, which he will, but something's going to affect it and take it down to that level. Okay, snow. Not in San Diego, it doesn't. And that looks just the same. So we've got an upper level there and then lower level down here at this attractor, which is at 153.76. And the upper level is at 186, which is where we're sitting at the moment. This is rolling over. I say that because it's not making new highs, it's making lower lows, but they're very slow and methodical. When it rolls over, it very typically takes a dip down to the DMI, or probably more likely down to the lower inner band. You have any more symbols? Looks like no. Oh, here, ZWH25. Let's see what that looks like. ZWH25. Data requested failed, so I'm not getting that symbol. Let's do crude. At crude light. Add is the continuous contract, so I can get a whole lot of data at once. And crude is up to the dynamic moving average. Purple is still on top, but it's about to change. And I think the price of crude is going to rise. We've got an attractor. Let's see if I can do this. We've got an attractor right at this level. And that hits the upper inner band on the sunny bands. And it's going to stay between there and here. It's got to make it above this attractor, and then it will go to that attractor. Now, I don't know what's going to affect crude prices either, but that's just what the chart says to me. Amazon, Avgo, we've got Broadcom, BGO is Broadcom, and it's just moving sideways. All these things are just weak, but I still think we're going up. I can't tell you why. It's just my guess. So here's this attractor, and it looks like it wants to go to that level. We've got the histogram moving up toward the zero line, and it's green, so that's a positive thing. So I think we're going to come up to the, what is this? 252 level. It's on Broadcom. Oops, don't want to buy. Amazon. Again, another sideways one, rolling over. So Amazon could easily come down to 223, which is the lower inner band. That's another one of the stocks that I trade because I use Amazon all the time too. Let's draw a horizontal line there. Here's the attractor, which is at 220.17. So 220 is a good buy place for me. I do hold Amazon, and I trade it from time to time. Every couple of weeks, I'll see another cycle. GameStop, that's a good one. Let's go for CLS first, whatever that is. Okay. This one has a gap that has to be filled right over here. So it looks to me like it's going to drop to the dynamic moving average at There's that 118. So drop to the 118 will not quite fill the gap. So we're going to have to go lower than the DMA for that to be filled. And as they say in Japanese, windows must be closed. So that's likely where this one's going. GME, GameStop is not going wild, but it's up to the dynamic moving average. But again, we've got purple on top. So it looks to me like it could go down. I think everything I've said today is down except for gold. So let's see, we've got an attractor at this level and one at this level. So it looks like it could move down to the 20 area before resuming an up move. And let's do just a couple more. RIVN, Rivian, they're pretty. And again, sideways, sideways, sideways with purple on top. And it looks like there's an attractor at this level here. Those levels were hit and these levels were hit. So this could be support on this one. Could be support there. Depends a lot, I think. I think this is a Chinese stock. I think we're looking at tariff interference that could influence this one. And Palantir. We'll do this one and then we'll stop. I have a large position in Palantir. I really believe in this as a good, strong up move. I think Palantir is going to see 150. So that's my theory, and I'm sticking to it. Thank you, David. I'm going to end a couple minutes early here unless we got another stock. Yes, thank you very much. And you can call me anytime. My phone number in here. It's my cell phone, and I answer it myself. Anybody that wants to give me a call, if you'd like to have a free trial of Sunny Bands and the histogram, I'll be happy to set that up for you. Let's look at Costco real quick. I also hold Costco. I think they're a great company. They've changed their business model a little bit and are continuing to move up. So they're charging more for memberships now, and that's membership is their model, and that's where they make most of their income because they sure don't make it on the cheap prices they sell things with at. Palantir was the symbol I thought was going to 150. PLTR. And come visit me at moneymentor.com. My email is sunny@moneymentor.com. And you have